Great. So CapCut. CapCut is the app that we're going to be using today. We are going to be using sort of the desktop, just like the browser version. There is an app. So there's an app that you can download onto your computer, and there's an app that you can download on your phone. And what is the difference between them? Well, the browser version is the easiest one to access, and that's why we're using that today. But I would recommend if you're using it quite often, if you're maybe filming longer videos, then I would probably recommend trying the app. But at the same time, if you're just starting out, the browser version is a great place to start. There are lots of different editing platforms out there, and you might have heard of some of them. There's obviously like the Adobe Premiere Pro. On Apple computers, there's like Final Cut. iMovie is sort of the old version of that, and they're all basically doing the same thing. What I really like about CapCut is that it's very intuitive. And so it doesn't take a long time just to get started. I think anybody, if you just sit down for like, 10, 15 minutes, have a little look around, you'll be able to start editing right away, rather than having to watch like loads of different tutorials for every single thing that you want to do. And I think that is a really big positive of CapCut. And it just makes it really accessible as an editing platform. So I think that is one of the big plus sides of it. So in this session, we're going to cover just generally navigating CapCut. We're going to be uploading files. We're going to go through splitting and rearranging clips, and we're going to be separating the audio, adding transitions between clips. We're going to be adding subtitles, and we're going to be saving and exporting. So just all the skills that you need in order to be putting together a project, importing your clips, editing them together, and then exporting it. Great. So let's open up CapCut. You can literally just go to capcut.com. And on the starting page, there are loads of different options, most of which we don't need. There are things like a free AI video maker over here, long video to short. There's like different, you can create AI voiceovers from text or audio. But again, we're going to keep things simple, and we're literally just going to try and put together a project from our own footage at this point. I would maybe suggest, especially in the beginning, to stay away from the templates. These are very much based on like other people's work, and they don't really bring out our own, authenticity. So I would maybe suggest that. But having said that, I don't think there's any harm in exploring different options and trying out things, seeing what works for you, what might not. We're going to very much focus on the left-hand side here. And if you go to create new and you kind of just hover over it, you'll see a bunch of different options come up. So this here is quite an important one. And what it gives you here is like different ratios of videos. So we have the option of 69, which is like the horizontal kind of view that we're quite used to. This is very much used for websites, for YouTube, Facebook. So very, very common and very useful. But 916, that's the vertical, view. That is the most common view for TikTok, all the reels like YouTube reels, Instagram reels use the vertical format. And then 1:1 is square. This used to be super popular, especially on Instagram. It's changing now a little bit because the grid view on Instagram now is more based on the vertical shape, but still very popular also for LinkedIn, Facebook, etc. So first off, we need to decide which format we're gonna use. I'm gonna go with sort of the vertical view today. gonna just click on that and select that. Great.